Today's story, the Berenstain Bears and too much junk food. Bear country, where the Bear family lived in a big tree house down a sunny dirt road, was a happy place and a healthy place. There were lots of cozy nooks and comfortable trees for Bear country folk to live in. The weather was good most of the time, and best of all, there were plenty of good healthy food, worms and seeds for the birds, nuts and acorns for the squirrels, grass and dandelions for the rabbits, more than enough lice for the frogs, and plenty of good nourishing food for the bears, honey, of course, but more important, lots of fruits, vegetables, milk, fish, and fowl. The trouble with certain bears, brother, sister, had gotten into the habit of eating not so healthy foods when watching TV, at the movies, and at the mall. In fact, it began to seem to Mama Bear that any time was snack time. At first, she hadn't paid much attention, but then one day, when the cubs were raiding a pantry, Mama noticed something. The cubs were getting a little chubby. She took a closer look to be sure. Yes, they were chubbier for the side. They were chubbier from the front and from the back. Well, there was no question about it. Brother and sister were going to have to stop eating all that junk food. But, Mama, they protest, we're growing bears and we need our snacks. We're growing all right, said Mama. The trouble is you're growing from side to side as much you are up and down. Sometimes cubs get into bad habits. You've gotten into the habit of eating altogether too many sweets and goodies. We're going to have a good bag of healthy nutrition food. She gathered up the goodies, one big load. Mama, cried Sister Bear, what are you doing? You're not going to throw them away, cried Brother. No, we're going to put them in a freezer and forget about them, she said. And there's no use arguing. That's right, agreed Papa, coming from his shop. There's no use arguing with your mother when she's made her mind. And look at the refrigerator. Oh dear, we're out of Sweetsy Cola. Let's get some next time in the supermarket. Our Sweetsy Cola days are over, said Mama. She pushed the goodies into the freezer. 2 packages fell on the floor. Say, shouted Papa, what are you doing with my sugar balls and choco chums? They're going into the freezer and we're going to forget about them, cried Brother. We're going to eat healthy nourishing food instead. Just a minute, said Papa, but what are precious goodies? They're a loud rip. Papa's snacks habit is caught up in him too. He had split the seat out of the overalls wide open. What sort of healthy nourishing food? Papa asked Mama as she sewed up overalls. Vegetables right over our garden, of course, and fruit for your kids. And what are you supposed to drink? Asked Mama. Try this, she said. It's called water. The next day, the Bear family went to the supermarket to buy their friends from pantry. Mama pushed right to pass the sweets and goodies, a stock of whole grain bread and cereal and fresh milk and cheese. Then she chose fine-looking oranges, bananas, 2 fruits that didn't grow in the orchids. When she was waiting in the checkout line, someone said, I'm glad a cartload of the nutritious food. Mama Bear, it was Dr. Grizzly, the Bear's family doctor. You must believe in good food for a healthy body. I certainly do, said Mama, but I'm not sure about the rest of my family. Dr. Grizzly took a look at Papa at the cubs. She said. I see what you mean. They look like they could use a little professional advice. Stop by at my office tomorrow, please. The cubs are nervous when they arrive at Doctor's office the next day. Do you think she'll give us some sort of shot? They want to know. I don't think so, said Mama. But with Dr. Grizzly, you'll never know. Step in here, please, said Dr. Grizzly. Oh, boy, movies, said the cub with the projector screen. Not exactly, said the doctor as he turned on the lights. We're going to have a little slideshow. About what? asked the cubs. You'll see, she said. Started to show. This is what your body looks from the outside. And this, she said, changing her side, is what it looks like on the inside. Wow, said the cubs. Our bodies are the marvelous system of part called organs. If it's their parts working together, they'll let us wonderful things. We could do climb mountains, sing songs, hit home runs, ride bikes. It's a number of systems, really. A system of nerves to let us feel and think. a system that keeps your blood flowing through your body. A system of muscles and bones that let us move and gives us strength. And a system for food that let us take the nutrients that get energy keeps the other systems healthy. The last slide showed different kinds of food and telling us about it, but look at sugar balls and choco chunks, but they're nowhere to be seen. Now, said Dr. Grizzly, turning the lights, I'll do the best to help you promise you eating the right foods. We're promised, said Brother. But sister questioned about sweets and goodies. What harm do you do? Most of that, asked the doctor. Very nourishing. Instead of helping build and strengthen your bodies, they just pile up an extra fat like this. She took a pinch of Papa's waist and got quite a handful. Ouch, said Papa. And even worse, they fill you up, so you're not hungry for food your body really needs. And as the bears were leaving, just a minute, she asked, uh-oh, a shot? Thought to Cubs, but there wasn't at all. Exercise, called the doctor. An exercise program is important for good health, too, and it will work with those extra inches. Well, said Brother, there's no time right now. Let's talk home and walk, with Papa popping behind. At first, it was a little strange eating just good, healthy food. We're going to taste on choco balls and choco challenge to snack it on. Among healthy goodies, apple slices for TV, nuts and raisins for the movies, frozen yogurt at the mall, crunchy carrot sticks just about any time. The bears started a family program to get exercise. When the Bear Country 3-mile run was announced, there was all sundown already. The day when didn't come to last, Berenstain raised, they were excited, probably, especially Papa. I know what, he said. Let's celebrate. Open up the freezer and have a carrot steak and her brother. Some nuts and raisins, added Sister. And Papa did. The end.